Welcome back to the KR Daily Transmission. Today we will be reading a passage from the Sophia Code in Mary Magdalene's chapter on page 207. And this is a passage that comes from Mary Magdalene's Key Code 5 initiation, which opens up with these beautiful angels of activation and awakening, speaking to you directly about your own higher self consciousness and how your higher self is guiding your human awareness to expand in the truth of your divinity every day. So good to see everyone starting to pop on. Not really sure what's going on with YouTube this morning, but the feed seems to be, and the tech in the back end has been a little challenging. So thanks for your patience. Good morning, bonjour. So good to see everyone. I was actually on the phone this morning with some of our contacts in France. I have a really big announcement that I'm going to be making tomorrow at the Magdalene Rising ceremony. So I'm really excited to see our French community members tuning in live this evening. Cheers. There's some comments coming in that technology has been real glitchy and challenging for everyone. So thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. Today is a very powerful conjunction with the Jupiter-Neptune astrological alignment. We're going to be experiencing the effects of this alignment all week long, along with many other planetary transits that are making this month of April particularly potent and particularly activating for us in our spiritual relation, in our direct relationship with our source. Excuse me, my eyes are still waking up. As well as invoking the sovereign potential of our leadership, which is right on point for us with our Magdalene Rising ceremony that's happening tomorrow at noon, as well as our upcoming Sovereign Spiritual Leadership Immersive in Austin, Texas. Today I'm going to read a passage from page 207 of the Sophia Code. If you would like to read along with me, feel free to do so. This is the angels speaking to you about your higher self-consciousness. And I'm really feeling this passage today. So let's just read this together. In every challenging experience, your higher self mentors you in the art of responding to life versus reacting to it, guiding you to act with grace and move with purpose by recognizing what information your emotional guidance system is sharing with you. Your higher self also mentors you in how to courageously seek your happiness and fulfill your destiny while exploring the vulnerable and risky landscape of the unknown. In every present moment, your higher self is waiting for you to make this free will choice and to surrender to its higher power, guiding you from within. Speaking through your body, heart, and emotions, many spend their entire lives resisting this one single decision to trust their higher self in an unconscious battle waged against their greatest potential. For those of you who are joining us live, we're reading from page 207 in the English version of the Sophia Code. We're at the bottom of the page, so I saw that question in the chat. So they reshare that. So the next paragraph goes on to say, with these beautiful angels, they're sharing with us, true self-mastery comes from honoring this relationship of many aspects of yourself, working together as one. The relationship between your higher self and your awareness is that of the inner guru and the inner devotee, the inner teacher and the inner student. Your higher self is the safest teacher for your awareness and body to be operated by, mentoring you and how to make your life choices as a unified field of well-being. Man, that's leadership. So what are these angels? And then I'm going to read this last sentence. This passage is so good. The Magdalene angels share, authentic self-mastery is a daily practice of recognizing that your awareness is engaged in a moment-by-moment journey to choose your higher self's reality of divine love over the shadowy illusion of self-terrorizing fear in every present moment. A house divided against itself will not stand. That's a quote from the Bible. Dividing your awareness to only partly believe in the power of your higher self to guide the outcome of your life is agonizing to both your body and awareness. When your awareness is divided against itself, this eventually leads to emotional, physical, and psychological breakdowns that interrupt the momentous flow of well-being in your life. As your inner angels, we remind you that this decision to allow your higher self to operate your awareness, increasingly guiding you to choose divine love in every present moment, does not require for you to understand or even like how the daily omniscient orchestrations of your higher self are unfolding. There may be many initiations of faith ahead in which trusting this greater part of you may feel absolutely foolish or bewildering to your dissolving social conditioning. Remember that this journey of self-mastery begins by navigating one emotion and one experience at a time, which builds an incremental willingness, an increased awareness within every present moment to trust your higher self. Continually calling upon and receiving your higher self's unconditional love for you is essential for integrating and appreciating your heroic journey along the way. Eventually, your commitment creates an undivided, unified field of daily trust, self-acceptance, and self-love within you that opens the space within your body, heart, and mind for your awareness to identify the daily divine guidance flowing to you from your higher self. This is the self-mastery that you are seeking. Beyond the mastery of any extraordinary talent or skill, it is the self-mastery of your awareness, surrendering to your higher self, that allows for you to live an extraordinary life. Woo! This is such a powerful passage of Magdalene teachings. And I remember when I was channeling the Sophia Code, Mary Magdalene sharing with me how she wanted her teachings presented through the archetypal journey that you go on in her Key Code 5 initiation with all of these inner angels of your higher self. And I think this encapsulates the heart of the Magdalene rising within us, which is that when we think of embodying and living an extraordinary life, relationship with life, it's because we have, number one, committed to being willing to explore what it takes to incrementally allow our higher self-consciousness to take control of our life and to start to operate our body, heart, and mind, and for us to start allowing our decisions to come from that very holy light within us. And this starts the more you focus upon how good you already are. Why are angels in this initiation sharing with you about this whole operating system within you that is at your disposal in every present moment? Because they are mirroring back to you the angel within you. They are mirroring back to you the very angelic power that you are marveling at in front of you. They're saying, look no further than your own heart. We represent aspects of your own divine consciousness that are seeking to come forward and be a part of your daily human life decision-making process. Further, when you continually turn back to your heart and your higher self connection before making decisions, before starting your day, and to return to your heart and your higher self connection throughout the day, your choices continually align with that high resonance of your sovereign divine consciousness, the light within you that knows the best path ahead of you, so that And just as these angels are sharing in Magdalene's initiation, you get to respond to life instead of reacting to it. When we are reacting to life, it's because we haven't slowed down and reconnected with our higher self and our direct connection to source. That higher self connection, your direct connection to the source, what does it do? Well, it says on page 208, it says, continually calling upon and receiving your higher self's unconditional love for you is essential to integrate your heroic human journey. Eventually, your commitment creates an undivided, unified field of daily trust, self acceptance, self love, and self love within you that opens the space within your body, heart, and mind for your awareness to identify the daily divine guidance flowing to you from your higher self. And they talk about your body, heart, and mind as a supercomputer for your divine consciousness that's constantly downloading as your guidance system, a navigational system in this life, the information that you need to make informed, responsive decisions to life. When we just rely on our very brief human history, when we rely on, or when we allow the wounding and our ego structures to override our daily practice, what happens is it's honestly, it's really not that big of a problem because we know in our hearts where to go to recenter and to learn from those experiences when we're out of balance or out of alignment. But what happens is that when you are opening your heart and you're taking time to connect with your higher self consciousness, you begin to learn how to live at a resonance of your sovereign divinity that inspires and integrates within you daily trust, self acceptance, and self love. What does daily trust, self acceptance, and self love provide? Well, it allows for a space to open up within your body, heart, and mind to then identify downloads of divine guidance that are coming directly from the source and directly from your higher self. So there's a lot happening in today's reading, and we have so much content coming in our incredible channeled ceremony tomorrow with Mary Magdalene, the Order of Magdalena. So I'm not going to dive we do a whole dissertation on this passage, but I feel as though we've got a really solid place to begin our Tuesday morning together, or to close our Tuesday evening if you're watching from France or Europe or Asia. So let's take a moment to focus on these really beautiful principles of responding to life versus reacting to life, which allows for these Magdalene virtues to arise within us. So I welcome you to visualize your circle of empowerment as a circle of light around you. And I invite you to receive the presence of Jesus and Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary and Joan of Arc, creating like this beautiful foundational square within your circle of light. And the other key codes will still be there with you as well, but we're focusing on the Magdalenes today. And feel how your heart is connected to each of these mentors in a unique way. And they're creating number 4 is foundation. They're creating a strong foundation for you to identify today how you are deepening in your daily trust, in your self-acceptance, and in your self-love. Those are our 3 key words for today. Daily trust, or 3 key concepts: daily trust, self-acceptance, and self-love. In the center of your circle of empowerment, I invite you to visualize expanding, touching into your heart. You could breathe into your heart and expand. Visualize, expand that beautiful white crystalline light that is your soul, all the way out to the very farthest reaches of your circle of empowerment. And your light begins to connect with the radiant light and diamond light of Mary Magdalene, with the golden ray light of Joan of Arc in her golden dragon armor, with that incredible Christ light of Jesus, and to connect with that very fiery seraphim blue flame energy of Mother Mary, and feeling how your heart's expansion, this light that's expanding out of you, is actually softening your ego structure so that you can feel a clear, liberated space within your body, heart, and mind. And as you connect with these Magdalene Ascended Master mentors, who, were exceptional embodiments of how to respond to life through this very clear pathway of self-knowing that they developed within themselves in their mystic practices of prayer, meditation, and initiating the spiritual technology of their body. Feel how their presence imparts to you that same level of activation that you can experience within your own body, heart, and mind in this lifetime. And I welcome, for those of you who have activated your angel wings, I welcome your angel wings to unfurl and spread high, wings up, angels, all the way up to the sky. And to feel how wide your wings are today, and to feel how broad they are. And I welcome everyone to feel how your wings are receiving almost like a bird bath of energy clearing from these beautiful ascended master guides, and how your heart is being prepared for tomorrow's Magdalene Rising ceremony. And Mother Mary is sending from her heart to your heart this beautiful heart healing that's supporting you to experience greater daily trust. How are you ready to trust your connection to the source, your connection to your guides, your embodiment of your higher self, which is a consciousness that can lead you to miraculous solutions, harmonious solutions, abundant solutions that are beyond the striving and the stress of the ego structure or past fears or traumas? How can you open your heart to Mother Mary's mentorship today to deepen in your daily trust? And as we expand into Mother Mary's overlighting support for our Tuesday and in preparation for our Magdalene Rising ceremony, I invite you to feel the presence of Joan of Arc stepping forward in all of her golden dragon glory, golden dragon armor and golden light glory. And she stands before you, placing her sword in the ground, and she's activating your heart to experience a far greater acceptance of yourself today. The power of self-acceptance to create a clearer space within your body, heart, and mind to receive the daily divine guidance that your higher self is always offering to you, literally in every present moment. If you want a great definition of channeling, it's opening up to the daily messages and divine guidance of your higher self flowing through every cell of your body, unifying your human awareness to come online with your divine awareness, and speaking from that space, choosing that resonance, that consciousness that can include your human awareness. But your human awareness is no longer in the driver's seat. It's your divine consciousness that's operating your human body. Sometimes I feel like I say the same thing like 10,000 times over and over again. One of my mentors said that's part of my job. But I just hope that as many times as I say what I'm sharing about the power of your higher self, that maybe there's a unique way that that lands within you for the first time, where it helps you deepen and integrate into the literal miracle that you are. There's a divine consciousness within you that wants to make different decisions than your human awareness. And as your human awareness is, learning how to trust, like that daily trust of your higher self, the ego structure doesn't want to be in control of your life. Ironically, it wants to surrender into the safety and the prosperity of your higher self. And that's what's happening here with Joan of Arc, blessing your body, heart, and mind. She's got a big old grin on her face. She is so excited to connect with us tomorrow in the Magdalene Rising ceremony. It's like she's charging forward in excitement on her horse with her banner held high. Like, we're going to do this. It's like the activations, the higher self activations we're going to receive from her are just going to be so special. And she's also like extremely excited. Actually, I can feel it in my heart, like about our upcoming event in Austin as well. I'm just tuning into that kind of for the first time this morning. And again, we're going to have a very special announcement that Joan is connected to in our Magdalene Rising ceremony as well. So I hope you can join us live. And if not, of course, the video replay is included in your enrollment for the Magdalene Rising ceremony. Sorry. Sometimes I get so excited with how excited they are. Okay. So coming back to this final virtue of self-love. All right. And Jesus and Mary Magdalene are coming together for this beautiful heart healing of supporting your deepening in that divine virtue of self-love today, blessing your daily decision-making process. And Mary Magdalene is asking you, how would your decisions be different today if your decisions were coming from a clear space of sovereignty within you? A clear space, because sovereignty is self-love. When you choose to trust your higher self, when you choose to accept who you really are as a divine being having a human experience, it opens up your heart to experience a level of self-love that is so unconditional. No one could ever love you like that. And yet that love that's overflowing to you from you, oh my God, the way it changes how you can love others and be loved by others through sovereignty is extraordinary. It's so liberating for everyone, and it's so exciting, and it's so liberating that most people don't even realize how honestly terrified they are of sovereign self-love, because it literally frees you from all of the self-judgment and criticism of this world to live a radically, wildly empowered life. I mean, that's the Magdalene rising. I mean, that's how Magdalene lived her life. It was like lightning. She did not fit into any box in this world, and it was outside the boxes of reality that she, birthed her legacy and her ministry again and again and again. No matter what challenges or sorrows she faced, she kept rising up. And that angelic light and creating from the divine feminine, divine masculine in harmony, co-creating within her to create her reality, her sovereign paradigm, wherever she went, even after she had to leave her country and travel forward to Europe for the second half of her life ministry to unfold, which we're going to talk more about tomorrow. But in this moment, what I love tuning into is Jesus's incredible divine masculine presence that's perfectly balanced with his feminine, and Mary Magdalene's just stunning divine feminine embodiment that's also perfectly balanced with her divine masculine. And then they balance in that field the full sovereign potential of what these divine masculine, divine feminine principles literally like alchemize in real time in every present moment. And their embodiment of self-love is a willingness to accept the totality of the divine masculine and the totality of the divine feminine working together within ourselves as one. And it's from that extraordinarily balanced space that, again, we get to love ourselves and others from it's a space that's so empowered. You get to tune into all of the options that are really available to you because your divine feminine is online and your divine masculine is willing to take action upon it. And ultimately they alchemize as one, and you get to experience yourself as the unified field of sovereignty that you are. That's freedom. That's freedom in motion. That's freedom anchored within you. And that's the Magdalene rising within each and every one of us, is calling us forward to live courageous, bold lives that are a living example to others of what our true sovereign potential really looks like. So let's take this moment to just bask in the support that we have for our Tuesday with beloved Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Joan of Arc, supporting you today to receive your higher self's unconditional love for you as you choose to deepen in your daily trust, in your self-acceptance, and in your self-love, which opens your body, heart, and mind to a sovereign space within you that is free to create in this world beyond a dualistic paradigm for your greatest success, your greatest prosperity, and most importantly, for your greatest happiness. Thanks everyone for joining me today, connecting with these beautiful Magdalene mentors. I'm so excited that we get to be in ceremony tomorrow. If you haven't signed up yet, feel free to connect with my team angels in the chat. If you have any questions about Austin, feel free to connect with us. We can connect with you in many ways over WhatsApp, the phone, Zoom. It's all good. We're just here to support you. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you're watching the replay, we love to read your feedback. And when I get a chance, I can actually respond to your feedback as well, depending on what's happening for me. It's so meaningful for me to connect with our community in this way. And I want to thank you always for your loving support of the KR Daily Transmission, the Sophia Code movement, and our worldwide ministry. And thanks for thanking the team angels. They're always showing up here supporting me in this. And it's a big ask this year. So feel free to share that gratitude as you like this video with them as well, because gosh, talk about a Magdalene rising. These team angels are so special. I love you all so much. We'll see you tomorrow again for a quick KR Daily Transmission in the morning. Not too much, because we're going to go live with that Magdalene Rising ceremony at noon Pacific. All my love to you. Namaste.